What if a global crisis was not just an obstacle to overcome? What if it was the greatest catalyst for business innovation in a century? The pandemic forced a sudden and dramatic stop to the world as we knew it. For countless companies, the familiar rhythms of daily operations ceased overnight. Doors closed, supply chains fractured. The very ground beneath the feet of global commerce seemed to give way. Yet, in this unprecedented disruption, something remarkable happened. Some businesses did not just survive, they reinvented themselves. They learned to move faster, think differently, and connect with their customers and employees in more meaningful ways. This is the story of that transformation. This essay is not a look back at what was lost. Instead, it is a forward-looking guide to what was gained and what can be built upon. It is a playbook for the post-pandemic era, designed for leaders, entrepreneurs, teams. We will explore the immediate reactions, the short-term pivots, the long-term structural changes that are defining the next decade of business. The goal is to uncover the strategies that separate the companies that merely endured from those that are now positioned to thrive. The pandemic asked every business a fundamental question: can you change? The answer to that question is still being written. We will journey through the real-world experiences of industries from retail healthcare, witnessing firsthand how they navigated the storm. We will examine the human response to immense pressure, finding inspiration in the stories of individuals who adapted with creativity and resilience. The world did not simply pause and then press play. It fundamentally reset. Customer habits that were slowly evolving over years accelerated into place in a matter of weeks. The nature of work, a topic debated for decades, was redefined in a global, unplanned experiment. Understanding these shifts is no longer optional for business success. It is the essential starting point. This exploration will provide clear, actionable insights into how to build a more agile, resilient, human-centered organization. The lessons learned during the most challenging moments of the crisis are the very tools we can now use to win the future. Imagine a typical Tuesday morning before the world changed. It likely involved a commute, a crowded office, face-to-face meetings. The commute is a walk from the bedroom to the kitchen table. The office is a laptop screen filled with the faces of colleagues in their own homes. Shopping is no longer a trip to the mall, but a few clicks on a website with packages arriving at the doorstep. A doctor's appointment is a video call from the comfort of your living room. This is not a scene from a futuristic movie. It is the reality that millions of people adopted in a remarkably short period. This is the new landscape of business. These shifts were not just minor adjustments, they were fundamental realignments of consumer behavior and workplace norms. The pandemic acted as a massive accelerator, propelling us 5 to 10 years into the future in terms of digital adoption. Services that were once considered niche, like grocery delivery telemedicine, became mainstream necessities. The reliance on physical presence was suddenly challenged in nearly every industry. A restaurant's success was no longer just about its location, its ambiance. It was about its ability to manage online orders and offer safe, efficient takeout. A retailer's survival depended less on its beautiful storefront and more on its seamless e-commerce experience. The goal of this essay is to dissect this new environment and provide a clear set of strategies you can use today. We are moving beyond the initial shock and into a phase of deliberate, strategic action. The businesses that will define this era are the ones that understand these new customer expectations and operational realities. They are the ones who see remote work not as a temporary fix, but as a potential competitive advantage. They view the surge in online commerce not as a fleeting trend, but as a permanent reordering of the marketplace. This is a moment to learn from the rapid, worldwide experiment that we all just lived through. By understanding the key changes, we can build more robust and flexible business models. We can create work environments that attract and retain top talent in a new hybrid world. In the first 24 hours after major lockdowns were announced, the business world fractured into two distinct groups. The quick, the frozen leaders were faced with an unprecedented scenario. Their immediate actions set the tone for everything that followed. Many CEOs convened emergency virtual meetings with leadership teams. The agenda was brutally simple: ensure employee safety, maintain business continuity. Decisions that would normally take months were made in hours. Focus, clear, calm communication, a workforce suddenly anxious and uncertain. In finance, traders reacted with breathtaking speed. Portfolios were rebalanced in minutes. Away from travel hospitality toward technology healthcare. On the ground, the impact was immediate. Hotel booking systems lit up with cancellations. Properties emptied almost overnight. Managers called staff, grappling with sudden total loss of revenue. Airline executives scrambled to ground fleets, handled a tidal wave of customer service inquiries while projecting control amid a spiraling situation. Retailers faced a stark divergence. Groceries overwhelmed with demand, pharmacies, leaders reinforcing supply chains, protecting frontline workers. In contrast, high-end fashion shops emptied, formal wear stores emptied, foot traffic and sales evaporated. Many shops simply locked the doors. For office companies, the first 24 hours were a logistical sprint. IT worked around the clock, deploying laptops, installing software, enabling network access for WFH the next day. This was a raw test of leadership. Best leaders showed empathy, decisiveness, transparency. They acknowledged fear and uncertainty, made swift, difficult operational decisions with incomplete information, and communicated a clear, simple plan. They didn't have all the answers but showed control of the response. As days turned into weeks, the initial shock gave way to a period of intense and rapid adaptation. Businesses moved from crisis management to practical problem solving. The most visible shift was the explosion of e-commerce. Small local shops that had never sold online scrambled to set up basic web stores. Shopify, Squarespace. They turned social feeds into virtual storefronts. Live videos showcased products. Customers were reached directly through DMs. This digital pivot was not a choice. It was a lifeline. In the service industry, hygiene and safety became the new currency of trust. Restaurants reconfigured operations around takeout, delivery. They partnered with third-party apps, built their own ordering systems, designed contactless pickup stations. Physical menus were replaced by QR codes on tables. Guests scanned codes with their phones. Cafes installed plexiglass barriers. Hand sanitizer was displayed everywhere. These visible changes rebuilt consumer confidence. The world of work was rebuilt in real time. Office teams, now fully remote, had to learn a new digital language of collaboration. Companies rapidly adopted tools: Slack, Microsoft Teams, Zoom. The challenge was cultural, not just technological. Managers learned to lead by outcomes, not hours. Employees created routines and boundaries at home. The remote work experiment was messy and imperfect, but it proved many roles could be productive outside the office. The healthcare sector underwent a dramatic transformation. Telemedicine suddenly became the default for many consultations. Doctors and patients adapted to video visits, routine checkups, mental health sessions, prescription renewals. This shift provided a safe way to deliver care. It also revealed technology's potential to make healthcare more accessible and efficient. In just a few weeks, systems and behaviors across industries were rewired with lasting consequences. The rapid and divergent evolution of businesses during the pandemic can be understood through simple scientific principles. Think of the business world as a complex ecosystem. When a sudden dramatic event like a wildfire or a flood occurs, the environment changes instantly. Some species perish, others, possessing advantageous traits, thrive in the altered landscape. The changes that began as immediate reactions will have a long and powerful echo, shaping the business landscape for years to come. One of the most significant long-term consequences is the fundamental shift in our relationship with the office. While some companies have mandated a full return, many more are embracing hybrid models, fully remote work. This is more than just a perk. It is a strategic decision that will redefine corporate culture, talent acquisition, urban geography. Companies will be able to hire the best person for a job, regardless of their location, creating a truly global talent pool. This will force a reduction in commercial real estate footprints in major city centers, potentially leading to a revitalization of smaller towns, suburban areas. Secondly, the crisis has accelerated the rise of a more human-centered approach to leadership. For years, talk of work-life balance, employee well-being was often just that: talk. The pandemic brought these issues to the forefront. Leaders saw directly into their employees' homes and lives, gaining a new appreciation for the personal challenges their teams faced. In the long term, the most successful companies will be those that embed this empathy into their culture. This means offering genuine flexibility, providing robust mental health support, trusting employees to manage their own time and productivity. The old model of management by surveillance is being replaced by a new model of management by trust and empowerment. The tectonic shift toward e-commerce and the digital economy is permanent. The infrastructure built during the pandemic, sophisticated logistics networks, warehouses, online payment systems, is now a permanent feature of the commercial landscape. This will continue to drive growth in sectors like digital marketing, data analytics, last-mile delivery services. Businesses of all sizes must now assume that their customer's journey begins online. A strong digital presence is no longer a nice-to-have. It is as essential as having a front door. This also means that competition is no longer just local, it is global. Finally, the pandemic served as a stark reminder of systemic risk, prompting a renewed and more serious focus on sustainability and long-term resilience. The disruption to global supply chains revealed their fragility, pushing companies to explore more local and diversified sourcing options. The crisis highlighted how interconnected global challenges are increasing pressure on businesses to take meaningful action on climate change, social inequality. In the coming decade, a company's commitment to environmental social governance principles will become a key factor for investors, customers, employees alike. Section 7. Stories of Adaptation, the Human Element of Business Survival. Beyond the corporate strategies and market trends, the story of post-pandemic business is a story of human ingenuity and adaptation. Consider Sarah, a graphic designer in Chicago. Her company went fully remote, and she discovered she was more productive without the daily commute and office distractions. She used the time she saved to start a freelance side business, connecting with clients from New York to California. Her story is a microcosm of a larger shift, where skilled professionals are leveraging new work flexibility to create more autonomous and fulfilling careers, forcing companies to rethink how they attract and retain top talent in a distributed world. Think about a small, family-owned distillery in a rural town. When bars and restaurants closed, their primary revenue stream vanished overnight. Within a week, they had completely retooled their production line. They stopped making whiskey and started producing high-proof alcohol for hand sanitizer. They gave it away to local hospitals and first responders and sold it to the community. This act not only kept their business afloat and their staff employed, but it also built immense goodwill and brand loyalty. When things reopened, their customers remembered their contribution, and their brand was stronger than ever. This is a powerful example of pivoting not just for profit, but for purpose. Imagine a celebrated chef in a major city whose fine dining restaurant was forced to close its doors. Instead of waiting, she turned her home kitchen into a television studio. She launched a series of online cooking classes, teaching people how to make her signature dishes using ingredients they could find at their local supermarket. She connected with her patrons in a new, intimate way, building a community around her passion for food. She created digital cookbooks and sold meal kits for her classes. She discovered a new business model that was more resilient and had a broader reach than her physical restaurant ever could. These individual stories are the threads that make up the larger fabric of economic adaptation. They show that resilience is not just about having a crisis plan in a binder on a shelf. It is a mindset. It is the ability to see a new need and quickly reorient your skills and resources to meet it. It is the software developer who helps a local bookstore build its first website. It is the fashion brand that starts making comfortable and stylish face masks. These human-scale examples demonstrate a fundamental truth. In times of great change, the most valuable assets are creativity, empathy, and the willingness to take a chance on a new idea. Section 8. The Fork in the Road. Strategic Choices for the Future. Every business now stands at a strategic fork in the road, with the choices made today defining its trajectory for the next decade. There is no single right path. The optimal choice depends on the specific industry, company culture, customer base. One clear path is to embrace a digital-first or digital-only model. This is an attractive option for businesses in software consulting, e-commerce. The choice here is to shed the costs of physical real estate entirely, reinvesting those savings into technology, talent, and marketing. This path offers maximum flexibility and access to a global talent pool, but it requires a deliberate and sustained effort to build a strong, cohesive remote culture. A second and perhaps more common path is the hybrid model. This approach seeks to combine the best of both worlds, the flexibility and cost savings of remote work with the collaboration and culture-building benefits of in-person interaction. The critical choice here is how to implement the hybrid model. Will it be a structured system where employees come in on specific days? Or will it be a more flexible office as a hub model, where the physical space is redesigned as a place for collaboration and connection, not just individual desk work? A poorly designed hybrid model can create an unfair two-tiered system, so the strategic decision lies in creating a system that is equitable and inclusive for all employees. A third strategic path involves a fundamental reinvention of the core product or service. This is for businesses whose pre-pandemic model is no longer viable or competitive. A brick-and-mortar retailer might choose to transform into a logistics and fulfillment center for other small businesses. A restaurant might pivot to become a high-end meal kit and grocery delivery service. A live event company might become a virtual experience production house. This path requires the most courage and investment, as it involves moving into a new market. The strategic choice is to honestly assess the company's core competencies and identify how they can be reapplied to solve a new or emerging customer problem. The final alternative, and the most dangerous, is the path of inaction, attempting to return to the way things were in 2019. This choice is based on the assumption that the changes in consumer and employee behavior are temporary. This is a strategic gamble against the overwhelming evidence of permanent shifts in the market. While it may seem like the safest, least disruptive option in the short term, it leaves a business highly vulnerable to more agile competitors who have already adapted to the new reality. The strategic choice is not whether to change, but how and how fast. The future belongs to those who choose a path of deliberate evolution. Section 9. A practical playbook. 10 steps to build a resilient business. Navigating the post-pandemic world does not require a complex, multi-million-dollar strategy. It begins with simple, practical steps any business can take today. Here is the 10-step playbook. 1. Open a dialogue with your team. Employees are on the front lines of change. Ask what is working and what is not. Use simple anonymous surveys, open forums, remote work tools, customer interactions. Insights reveal friction points and opportunities. True engagement begins with listening. 2. Embrace rapid, small-scale experiments. You don't need perfect, large initiatives. Try small changes quickly. Test a new online service for a month. Pilot a hybrid schedule with one team. Offer a new product to loyal customers. Small bets let you learn with minimal risk. Think like a scientist. Hypothesize, test, measure. 3. Build your digital front door. Every business needs a simple, effective online presence. Basic website, e-commerce store, social media profile. Make it easy to find you. Make it easy to understand what you offer. Make it easy to contact you. Keep it welcoming and user-friendly. 4. Leverage low-cost, high-impact tools. Powerful tech is more accessible than ever. Use free or inexpensive tools for key functions. Video conferencing, cloud storage, online scheduling systems. These tools boost efficiency and professionalism affordably. 5. Invest in continuous skill building. Required skills are changing. Train employees in modern ways. Online courses, short internal workshops, mentorship programs. Upskilling pays huge dividends in capability and morale. 6. Become obsessed with customers' new needs. Their lives and priorities have changed. Understand how by listening. Talk to customers directly. Section 10. The Hopeful Horizon. Embracing a future of opportunity. The post-pandemic world is not a landscape of ruin, but a field of fresh soil, ready for new growth. The crisis, for all its hardship, cleared away old, inefficient ways of doing business and forced a great reset. It revealed our vulnerabilities, but also our capacity for adaptation and innovation. We now have a rare opportunity to rebuild our companies, rebuild our work lives in ways that are more resilient, more equitable, more human. This is a moment filled not with dread, but with immense potential for those willing to seize it. The future is not something that happens to us. It is something we build together. The path forward is defined by action, not anxiety. Embrace the lessons learned in the crucible of the crisis. Success will come to businesses that move fast, listen to their customers, listen to their employees, and lead with empathy. Leaders will see technology not as a threat, but as a tool for connection and for efficiency. The companies that thrive will treat their people as their most valuable asset, offering them trust, offering them flexibility, enabling them to do their best work, wherever they are. This era rewards agility over size, creativity over tradition. Use the simple tools and strategies in this playbook. Start small. Test new ideas. Learn from failures. Celebrate successes. Take the first step with intention and optimism. Do not wait for the old normal to return. It will not. Create the next normal with your team and customers. Disruption opened up new markets, created new needs, changed the rules of the game. This is a time for builders, innovators, hopeful realists. Challenges remain significant, but our collective ability to meet them has never been clearer. The next decade is yours to win.